It's later, 9:07. I think it's 85 degrees now. I had a blowout and an elbow on my irrigation in the front, and basically I'm gonna need a new piece. I'm at Ace to get another one. They've got big fat metal ones that I can deal with, and I think I'll run us through Ace and see what's for sale on the 2nd of July. I want to show you this tree right here. These are both crepe myrtles. Look at how big they are. Man, don't you want something like that? White. This is the outside of Ace. Oh, here's a pomegranate. Oh, fun. You think mine's ever going to get that big? No, I don't think so either. It's time to switch to narration. I didn't realize that Ace was playing overhead music until later. Look at this plant outside. Oh my goodness. I believe that's a rose of Sharon. I'm not familiar with them, but it has a little hibiscus sort of stem in there. I did find out later from some other rose of Sharon plants that is a rose of Sharon. Beautiful. Just inside there's a beautiful lantana. It is part of their plantings. They're not necessarily for sale. The rose of Sharon. And I was saying that I wanted my garden to look like that. I want all those stands, and I want my garden to look just like that. Oh, this is purslane. It's called portulaca, but it's purslane. We kind of grow it as a weed here, but then not. I needed orange purslane for my front. And zinnias. I don't know. Are they disease resistant? Do I need them? No? Yes? That was Cosmos. You can see they have some, but they're running low. It's hot. There were marigolds and Vinca minor. Beautiful autumn sage. I just love that. Geraniums. So pretty. Oh, I love them. Look at that red. It's beautiful. And this pink. I don't know. I'm into this pink myself. This sort of magenta. Oh, yes. Or fuchsia. Angelonia. I had a couple of these in a container last year, and I don't know why I don't have them again. I can tell you at the end of the shopping trip that I did have them. I was like, I love them all, but I love that whole combo. The pink, the purple, the lighter pink, the sort of lavender. But I don't have a container that can have all of them. And there was purslane right next door. And yes, I did purchase 3 of them. I had to run and get a cart by then. I believe I've already filmed where I planted them. Oh, I love purslane. I love these succulents with the flowers. So pretty. Oh, that's the Lady Banks climbing rose, very famous here in this area. The largest tree, I think the largest rose in the United States, if not, I don't know, the world, but is in Tombstone, and it was a Lady Banks rose. And they bloom all at once. All white roses, all done, finished, the end. Real quick like. So I don't have one. Look at the marigolds. Oh, I have them though. I have volunteer marigolds. Petunias. I do need some fillers for a couple pots where I've got a couple holes. You know, those kind of pots where something doesn't make it. And so I actually grabbed up some purple and lavender. I don't see myself as a purple and lavender person, but there I was, being a purple and lavender person. And they're doing okay. Knock on wood. They're doing okay out there. I was just contemplating what I wanted really out there. I do love a mix of colors. And there's me getting a little card, of which I was informed much later I couldn't even take outside because, I love that color blast double orange, it belonged inside to the paint shop. Okay. Well, I liked it. This is a Rose of Sharon. It is part of Ace's plantings. And, I'm even thinking I need a Rose of Sharon. You see the multiple colors there, right? The pink, the lavender, oh my goodness gracious. I need one of those. I still don't have one at the end of this shopping trip. I went into the shade area. I always like to go in there. I'm really looking for more euchera. These are all coleus. Bougainvillea, begonias. These are some sort of a potato vine or something like that. What was the name? I don't know. Looking for a tag here. Tag. Sweet Carolina, something purple. Epomia. Is that a potato vine? I'm not an expert on potato vines. Just kind of an overall, and look at that tree. I don't even know what it is. More coleus, I believe. I already have my requisite coleus, my representative coleus, my 2 coleus. I don't think I'm going to go real big on them. Begonias. A few little pansies left over. Fresco makes dahlias. I'm not into, I haven't done any dahlias. Goodness gracious. And these are kalanchoe. Look at that beautiful rose-like kalanchoe. So pretty. Those are the indoor plants. They're remodeling and they've taken them and put them outside. I don't know, in 100-degree heat. But oh, who doesn't love all the wall art? That's big here in Arizona. Southwest, probably in general, New Mexico. It's huge. We love our wall art. I want to do something for you. I used to walk around and take clips of people's wall art or their, what they put on the outside of their homes. I'd like to share that with you. Azalea and a double peony. Azalea to me is a northwest plant. It blooms once and kind of finishes. And peony, I don't know if I had one. I might have, but not here. I'm looking at the shade cover and I'm loving how secure it must be. I would love to have that set up where it doesn't blow away and it's roped down. For some reason I staple mine and it doesn't work. English ivy. Blueberry plants, I'm all set for that. Ate them all. More crepe myrtle. There'll be a lot of crepe myrtle. Catawba, and I'm saying Catawba isn't that an island or a town on the coast of Ohio? My cousin lives either in Catawba or across the water from Catawba, and I think it's an island in Lake Erie. Grapes? No. I have plenty of grapes. No, we're not doing any more grapes. No. Pyracantha. I really am interested in that plant, but I haven't done it yet. It's got beautiful bright red berries for winter interest. So beautiful. Whee! Look at this plant. I think I was guessing it's a clematis. Sorry about the click there. A clematis. Not for sale, obviously, and I love that bench. Wow, I'm just swinging away here. Gonna have to stop that. Moving on, more crepe myrtle. They love their crepe myrtle here. I had no idea. I love my crepe myrtle. what is that called? Tuscarora. Tuscarora. Isn't that an Alabama turnip? And that's Tonto. That's sort of red with the yellow. Oh, and that's Arapaho. Oh, both Indian names. Native American, excuse me. Pretty. Oh, wall art. Wall art. I love it. I want some more. All right, back to my little goodies. Just wheeling my tiny little cart that I'm loving so much and yet got a lecture over. Bottle brush. They had a lot of bottle brush, and they have a lot of that purslane in. And it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I should get all of it. More crepe myrtle. Petite red something. That went too fast. And again, another petite. I'm not sure why I'm not slowing on the tag. I can look them up and then probably just go ahead and type in what they were. Those are crepe myrtle standards. Oh, here we are, the Rose of Sharon. And yes, it has that little hibiscus head there. I am very interested in trying a Rose of Sharon for next year. I would have to read a little bit more about them, but they are beautiful. And they have a lot of them, suggesting they do pretty well here. Didn't you? Oh, see the... Yeah, there's a... I was pointing out the larger Rose of Sharon, how big they could get. Oh, this color, guys. I want it so much. Crepe myrtle. Crepe myrtle. In the tree, the standard. Royal purple smoke tree. Look at those beautiful leaves. Oh, those are gorgeous. Kind of a general view of what they've got out there at Ace. This is not all the Aces around here have garden centers, and some in the other towns, Roses, come here and pick up their garden things and take them back and display them. Look at that rose, and those are ground cover. It is my favorite rose, the ground cover rose, or the carpet roses. I was calling that's a kale planted in there. Seems late in the season. How pretty is that? I was pointing out oleanders. They have their roses grouped by color. Look at that. It's like, don't you want to own that? Don't you want that one? I do. And yet, I don't own it. Purple roses. Orange coral, which is my favorite color ever in a flower. Well, I think all colors are my favorite, come to think of it. Pinks, white roses, and the red ones, and multicolored. Look at that red one with the yellow inside. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'll see if I can get a close-up of that and give you the name. There's a multicolored. I also think that's very pretty. Oh, I'd rather walk through a rose garden than deal with them, though. Fig trees, rose standards, and peaches. Peach trees. That's called Nitty Gritty Rose, I think. I'm not into figs, but a lot of people are. There's a wide open rose, a bit like a carpet rose. In its structure, you know, where the petals are open. Very airy. Pomegranates, that's about the size of mine. I want that big pomegranate tree. More peach trees. I'm admiring the kale. Trying to figure out how they're keeping it fresh. I thought that was a cool weather crop. Ooh, look at that stone bench. I want that. Apples. I'm interested in getting a dwarf apple next year. These are all, this pink lady, these are all full size. Because you know I've got a garden in containers, or I insist on it, or I can't dig a hole, or whatever the case is. So it would have to go in a container. I'll probably be replacing my citrus they're not really doing very well. Snow Queen nectarine. I think I have one. Arctic Sprite miniature. I love it. And then there's another miniature peach. And there's Flavor Top nectarine, which we know Laura adores and speaks highly of. Laura from Garden Answer. That's a big one though. Walk away. Don't get it. Don't buy it right now. Come on, come on, come on. Go. An employee had wheeled this cart out, and I was checking it, thinking there was something special. It's more apples. Do you think they're going to produce this fall? Interesting. Oh, I just grabbed the tag and let it go. Oleanders, pink ones. That is a pretty pink. Sort of the darker red, which is, you know, the more common one here. White, less common. I think it's more common up in Tucson to see the white ones. Again, that bench, give it to me. Back to the roses. I believe that's a euonymus. And moving on to sort of the bubblegum sage, the sort of the heat-loving plants, I believe, is how they would style this side of the house. That is green something, Texas Ranger. Very, very common here. There's a butterfly bush. They attract a lot of bees here. Various trees. The desert ash. Oh, wall art. Love it. I would need a front of my house to be that big. I don't think I have a wall that big on the front of my house to display that. Those butterfly bushes are so interesting. I think I'm pointing out, yeah, the Texas Ranger grows everywhere around here. Also, this is just a different version of it. San Antonio rose, more butterfly bushes. This is the desert willow. I'm fascinated by this. It smells great. There's a person around the corner who has a massive tree in front, and I smelled it last night when I was walking. It's just a beautiful, almost lilac-y scent, but oh, are they messy. Listen, these blossoms drop everywhere, get nestled right up in the gravel. Oh my goodness. They're beautiful, but I mean, Sweet Bubba, seedless desert willow. I believe this is pampas grass. Oh, hands and checks. It's called black hands and checks. There's another one. Euphorbia, autumn sage, radio red autumn sage, love the purple sage. Woo! I got dizzy looking at that. Those are pretty. The variegated. Grasses, Mexican feather grass, of which I have plenty. All kinds of lantana, all colors of lantana, because it grows so well here. I was trying to figure out what those were, and I think I walked around to look at them. And I believe they are echinacea. Coneflower. Tres Amigos, but it is a coneflower. Yeah. I don't have any. Mexican petunia. I know my neighbor had one. She put it in a pot. We cut it out actually with I had to cut it in quarters and then eighths, and She gave it away, but they grow pretty fast, I guess. Various kinds of lavender. I mean, at least 4 kinds, aren't there? Some of the succulents back there. Arizona rosewood. More roses. Oh, look at those. Look at those. Look at those. Their butterfly bush. I think I was thinking this was some form of lilac. No, I'm sorry. It's called the Shoal Creek Chaste Tree. Shoal Creek Chaste Tree. A little bit of an overview. Those are red yucca. Everybody's got them. I've got one in a pot in the front. They're in everybody's landscape. They're commercial. They're everywhere. And they're beautiful when they go into bloom. That's a small desert museum palo verde in bloom. Beautiful. These are all the cacti. This is the century plant. More century plants. Agave or agave, however you pronounce it. Cacti. Halo. I don't like pokey things. I just don't like pokey things. No pokies. I have a problem with roses just because of that as well. Choya. That little fuzzy looking one, which is not fuzzy, it's spiny. Now this one is a spineless prickly pear. I'm very interested. I kind of do want some cacti out back, you know, on the part of my house that's on the street in the back. That's like no man's land. But I didn't pick one up that day. Look at those barrel cactus and oh my goodness, ouch, ouch, ouch. Purple prickly pear. Kelly's Choice hybrid prickly pear. I love the little fruits on that. To look at them. I'm pointing out the various soils and things that they carry at our ACE, and the organic compost there is from Tanks, Tanks. It's a Tucson-based company, and it just makes sense to buy compost from a local company. These are ice plants, and I do have some out front and a couple in the back. That's the little red apple, or aptini, I think is how it's pronounced. And I've got that growing all over the back. That thing is a beast. It takes over. It's beautiful, and it doesn't really choke anything out. I love this succulent. It's kind of like a stone crop. But it's easily cut back. I'm watching it. I'm not going to let it choke anything. Pines. Guess what pines drop? That's right, needles everywhere. Better in the forest and not so much in my yard. Whoa. Nope, I'm lost. Now what I did notice is their entire section behind the pines is empty. Privets, no way. I cut my privet out. It's all empty. I can't. They had an andina, you know, bamboo bush and stuff. But those are all gone. Just the season. Those are Leland cypress, and you know I just got rid of mine that was in a pod since it was never going to be able to accommodate a 25-foot plant. More daylilies, and look at these. And I was like, oh my gosh, do I need this? Should I have it? Oh, and the name probably is what sold me. Oh, yeah. As soon as I pick it up, I'll tell you what the name is. Look at me contemplating. Oh, not so much contemplating. I possess it. I possess it and planted it. I think it's called a candy something. I'll put it up top. Arizona, is that cypress? Yeah, I don't have room for a big tree. Look at those. So beautiful. That's that, those are dwarf pomegranates. And then this is, I believe, plumbago. Somebody has one down the street. It's quite beautiful. And I was very, very attracted to the blanket flower. I grew some from seed, and they're kind of sparse and not half as gorgeous as these. And I was tempted to get them and sort of stuff them in the pot that has the thinner ones. Didn't do it. This is beautiful. It's called a silver dollar tree. Isn't that beautiful? I've seen dried twigs like that. Okay, into the store. Just now I'm showing you some doodahs and the little goodies that they have. The colorful things. It's quite expensive though, I'll be honest. Quite expensive. And here I am getting the gooseneck. It is metal. My other one just kind of went on the fritz. And I'm showing you various gardening tools, and I am so in love with this hummingbird guy, and yet I don't own it. Now the good news is I came to get this. She was telling me these hadn't been watered this morning, zinnias. But I did get, sorry, my car is almost always ready for picnics, so I have a lot of picnic stuff back there. $10 off. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3 of the angelonia. Ended up with 5 zinnias. One wouldn't part from the other one. Packet of these petunias. Thanks for letting me show you what they're selling right now in July in Arizona Zone 8B, at least at Ace. Which always has really good plants. Talk to you soon.